Hey guys, it's Darlene. Welcome to my channel. I really had hoped I would never have to make this video again, but it seems to be the destiny that or the path that I have to take. For those of you that are new here, I had breast cancer in 2019, and I decided at that point, from the time that I found out, to document my entire journey, every aspect of it. And this will be the same. Sorry. 2 weeks ago, I had my routine mammogram and ultrasound. They're routine now because I was 6 years breast cancer free. The mammogram was delivered to me via the portal on Saturday at 8 o'clock at night, saying that they found something. Now, once you've had breast cancer, when they find something, of course, it becomes a little bit more important. There's just, you know what I'm saying. And the ultrasound that I did took another 6 days. Now, the odds are very low for breast cancer to go from one breast to another. It goes other places if it were to metastasize. So I felt like that was in my favor. Finally, the screening ultrasound had come through, but prior to that, my oncologist, being diligent, being a female, had scheduled a diagnostic ultrasound and a diagnostic mammogram, which I had today. Subsequently, the screening ultrasound came in and it was clean. That dropped my risk down to 10%, that there would be anything wrong in my good and only one breast. So today I kind of knew what to expect, but I felt like the odds were in my favor, right? We did the mammogram diagnostic, we did the ultrasound diagnostic, and the diagnostic said, we need a biopsy. I'm going to have patient coordinator talk with you. Because at this point, it was different than in Texas when they literally sat me down and they said, you have cancer. A radiologist came in and said, you have cancer. So when I went and met with her, I said, okay, I've also, I've number one, been through this. Number two, was in the medical field. So I understand characteristics of different things in the body that can lead a radiologist to basically be very certain. For those of you that have ever paid attention to your mammograms, there's a BIRAD score. Score goes from 0 to 5 without having a biopsy. 5 being the worst, 0 being no cancer, and then 6 is when they have a biopsy and it's malignant. I scored a 5. They found an 8mm mass. So these are the questions I ask, and I think it's important because you're like, Darlene, why would you want to ever make this video again? Well, I never wanted to make this video again, but it helped people before, and I'm hoping it helps again. And truthfully, you all helped me. So this is where I'll need your thoughts and prayers again. So my BIRAD score was a 5, which means that it is greater than a 95% chance that it is malignant. It's an 8mm mass that was not there 6 months ago. And they compare ultrasounds. They don't compare mammograms. Ultrasounds are better. So I would have been scheduled for a biopsy tomorrow, but you can't be in the water for almost 2 weeks, and I'm going on a cruise, for those of you that know, on Monday. So I'm like, you know what? We're given only a certain amount of time in this world, and I'm going to spend it with my children. By the way, my children all know. Those were the humans that I decided to share the news with first. It's, I will say, so it's like, I always try and, my puppy knows something's wrong and June knows something's wrong. It's a gut punch, I'm not gonna lie. So there's a couple things that, there's that small percentage chance that it's not. We know how that goes. The next step is to determine what type of cancer it is. If it's the same cancer that I had in my left breast, then that is what they would refer to as a reoccurrence. If it is a different cancer, then it's a different cancer, and treatments are different for whichever it happens to be. I have mentally prepared myself for what I will and will not do. I will share that later because maybe I'll be the 5%, right? So yeah, I thought I was prepared. I don't think we can be. I've come to the conclusion that no matter how prepared we think we can be, I'm speaking as now going in and fighting this a second time. I think that it's the best word I have is it's a gut punch. It's a gut punch. Because cancer the first time around is bad. Getting cancer again, in the same vicinity, area, whatever. At this point, I feel like we're just cutting body parts off. For those of you that don't know, I had thyroid cancer in 2011. And no, I've never smoked a day in my life. It's okay. You want to come up here? Oh, she may spell Zeus. They had like a dog that goes through and perks people up, Some of us need perking up. So my biopsy is scheduled for the day that I come back on the 18th from the cruise, and on the 19th I will have the biopsy, and we'll go from there. I meet my oncologist tomorrow. Of course, I did not have my surgery here in Connecticut, so I have to go through the process of interviewing surgeons and finding out. We'll know more information once I do the biopsy, because it will depend on what type of cancer it is. I wish I never had to make this video I wish I never had to do this video. But this is life, and it is my cancer journey again. And if there's one thing that I learned from sharing it the first time around, is that you guys got me through it. My children, Matthew obviously is here, but my girls are, in California and in Texas, so I don't have family. So that doesn't mean there's a lot. I'm not going to lie. My thoughts are not straight, and I apologize for that. They're sort of all over the place, because in truth, when I walked in, I knew there was a possibility, but I felt like in reading all of the literature that it would be really nothing, because there was only a 10% chance. It's just very rare that it goes from there to there. I don't know. I'll have to make those decisions, and as those decisions are made, I will share them. I debated making this video, not because I didn't think you would send love and support as you always have, but because it's the holiday season. I would rather be doing holiday videos as I have, and in fact my bed's a disaster. I'm getting ready to pack for my cruise. I had done all this last night and filmed that video, and yes, I am going on the cruise. I'm going on the cruise with my son, because however many years God allows us to be on this earth, we don't know. What I do know is that mine might be a little bit shorter than my grandmother, who lived to be 93. So I'm going to take advantage of going on this cruise with my son and having the most amazing time, and I'm going to YOLO the hell out of it. So you only live once, and
glad to hear it.
And and so we're gonna do everything. I'm gonna I'm going to spoil him, and hopefully he has a really wonderful time. I really don't have any other information. Again, I see my oncologist. I'm going to do blood work. Going to see the oncologist tomorrow, and then I'm going on my cruise, and then when I get back, I'll do the biopsy, and after that, that's when I will update you guys. These will always be labeled for those of you that this is not your cup of tea. I completely and utterly understand. So I want to thank you all for the love and support throughout the 6 years that you've given me, that I have been cancer-free. And we can pray that I'm the 5%. All right, you guys. Well, that is it. But it's a gut punch. It is. All right, you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the thoughts and prayers. And I will keep you posted. I will see you soon with videos that aren't like, we're going to mix it up, okay? I'm healthy, aside from the cancer that's floating in there. And hopefully I will remain that way until I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. We'll see. All right. I will talk to you soon. Bye.